Hello, beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe. We're Redox Cinema, and welcome back to another Bear reaction. And for today, we're reacting to Season 1, Episode 6 of The Bear. We're almost there, almost at Season 2. We're so excited. And for our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show. And if you're looking for an uncut reaction to this episode, link in the description, you'll find a link to our Patreon. We want to thank our Patreon subscribers and also our YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much for the support and the love. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and also liking this video and commenting your thoughts on this video. We'd love to hear your interpretation and your thoughts on this episode and also future episodes. We love you guys and thank you so much. Abe, how you doing?
I am good, bro. I am ready to continue with the show. Apologies for y'all. You have seen another episode of this already, but we took a little bit of a break on it. But we are back and hoping to keep pushing through because they're short episodes, they're quick, and I know people are waiting for them. So yeah, appreciate the patience.
With that being said, let's just get right into it.
So we're at CERES, right? Which was the bar at the bottom of the Board of the Trade building, right?
I love this man.
Is that his brother?
Oh, could be.
So that when traders, when they lost their ass when the market opened, they could just, they could walk over and just get fucking hammered.
Wow.
Anyway, the name CERES was named after the goddess of agriculture, sorry.
Oh my God, that's what they have playing his brother.
That's great, bro. I love him.
Bryce, wake me up when the story starts and the fucking class is dismissed.
They look so different, bro. They look so young. Richie without facial hair is weird.
That's why we have snacks now when we're eating this, man.
Dennis, motherfucking Savard, number 18 in the house!
Oh, he's like life of the party.
And Bill Murray says, no,
No, it's not.
that is not funny. He goes, give me your phone.
And then he goes, what's your name? Right?
Oh, that's so good.
Says it to me. Fucking Bill Murray.
Yeah, no, I understand who that is.
If you call me, you can hear it.
I get it.
Call me. I still got it.
I believe
it's
you.
still on my phone.
I'm good.
So it seems like each episode now they're going to focus on one specific character, like intro, more backstory of this character. But we got backstory on...
Is his name Michael?
Michael, yes.
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever seen Michael. Interesting that we see it through Richie, like focus on Richie.
Yo, listen up. Okay, I just yell like that? Take this green tape off before it gets to us. It takes 5 seconds. Once it's soapy and our fingers are pruned, we can't with this shit. Cool?
Yes, yes.
Thank you for your time.
I just yelled like that. I'm gonna say I don't think I've ever heard his voice.
I know everybody you used to work for. I called them before hiring you.
Why'd you do that?
Because your resume is excellent, this place is not. Everybody said you are incredibly smart, you are incredibly talented. They also said you are incredibly impatient.
Okay, so that's why my business couldn't cut it. That's why I'm here. That's why you
not what
don't.
I'm saying. No.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying give me a minute now so you know where I'm coming from. We have finally gotten this to a place where things are sort of, kind of, a little bit chill, right? I would like to hold on to that as long as I possibly can.
You gotta create some consistency. He has a point.
He's like, let's get a routine going first.
You know, there is something called the Internal Revenue Service, and they collect taxes from
I know
human
this,
beings.
Natalie.
Yeah, and the people in this place, they haven't given that government organization anything in 5 years.
Oh my God.
I'm a co-owner in this nightmare, and my home will be seized if I don't give them some money.
Who's seizing your house, Sean?
The IRS,
Brother.
rich.
What a stupid question.
You know if you need anything, like what? Look, man, when I tried out for the Cubs, I was playing on the farm team, and they wouldn't put me up, and I was broke. And I got pretty good at figuring out places to stay.
Bro, I'm not homeless.
Then what's up with the nest?
Oh, I just started sleeping here so I could save time on my commute. I'm just so close to nailing these donuts, and they gotta be perfect.
Okay, good. So you're a psychopath.
Yeah, he literally lives with Chester, right? His friend.
Yeah.
Wait, you used to play for the fucking Cubs?
I love this frame.
Bro,
You good?
the grading, everything. It's just, oh, this is great.
Lighting. Watching this now, sometimes I feel like I wish we were watching with Charlie because he's very good at like pointing the technical stuff out. And there's a lot of good stuff in this.
You know, you don't realize this is a delicate ecosystem, and it's held together by a shared history and love and respect. There's this statue on top of the Board of Trade. She has no face. And the architect, John Storrs, goes, well, when we put her up there, it was the tallest building in the city, and no one really gonna see her face, so we didn't bother to put one. But now, every goddamn building is taller than the next one, and they all just look out at this chick with no face, and it's just...
Get down! Yo, what the fuck?
Fucking kidding me?
Jesus.
Everybody okay, yeah?
Sounds like pistol.
What the fuck is going on around here? You know, you guys aren't supposed to be hanging out here. I asked you to hang out down there.
Man, don't call the cops.
Don't hurt my feelings. How long are you knowing me?
Think it could be with his side job?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
But we can't chill over there, man. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? Well, you motherfuckers have weapons on you.
Construction dangerous. The vent went cold. The whole shit's gutted. Building a sweet green.
Oh my God.
Do me a favor, okay? Ask around, see if you can sniff out who shot up my shit.
Or building a sweet green? Is it kind of like gentrifying? Yeah, I was thinking that.
Should we call the cops?
No. Or a name for that thing where you're afraid of something good happening because you think something bad's gonna happen?
I don't know. Life?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Other night, my kid asked me if my real last name is Bad News.
Damn.
Yikes.
I guess I'm in her mom's phone. It's Richie Bad News.
Oh, yikes.
She says I'm contagious. I only call with bad news.
Damn.
I mean, she might be right, though. My man's back to his donuts, bro. He's back to his window
What's he
gets
cooking
shot
up?
up, and he's still cooking. I don't
It's
know
back
what
to
that
business.
is. That was good, though. I am. He's making his own little recipes and everything. Literally just ate, by the way. Still somehow thinking of food every time it comes on screen.
Damn.
God, that looks so good.
I might shed a tear. That looked amazing.
Brava.
That braised beef, right?
Looks like it.
It's tremendous, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Sauce is a little bit tight.
Yeah, heard. Thank you. Maybe soon.
fire.
Thank you.
Not in me, bro. I don't.
I like it. I think it's great, and I'll definitely loosen up the sauce.
Cindy.
Just, I don't understand.
Chef, it's not ready yet. You understand?
Yes, chef, I understand.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef. Hi, these are cola braised short ribs with risotto.
Damn.
Oh
Boy.
that's something you don't do. I'm assuming.
I mean,
He literally just told her it's not ready yet.
yeah. The one thing that I'm questioning is that it's not ready yet. Like, is it truly not ready yet, or is he,
I think the thing that just pisses me off, is the thing that I'm probably too embarrassed to admit, is that you never ask me how I'm doing. I know it's childish, but that's why I'm mad at you.
That's valid.
Plus, we never spend any real time together. This place is eating you alive,
You always blame this place.
What do you mean?
I mean, you blame the restaurant, right? You don't blame Mom. You don't blame Mikey.
How can I not blame this place? I just cleaned up shot out glass and now I'm covered in carbon. All of our time, money, work gets sucked up into this place. The only thing we get back is chaos, resentment. I just want things to be on solid ground. I want things to feel,
Consistent.
yeah, consistent.
That's like where he's trying to get to with the restaurant.
I guess all the time I feel like I'm kind of trapped because I can't describe how I'm feeling.
A shot on the hand.
You can tell he's getting tense.
You're right. I want to know how you're feeling. How are you feeling?
Really good, just great.
About to find the thing. Watch.
2018 payroll.
Sitting in this file labeled shit.
Natural.
Yo, that scene was directed and shot masterfully.
Yeah, it was very good.
That scene was so good. I'll talk about it later. What I liked about it, but man, that scene was great.
Oh, shit! What's he doing?
Where's my gun? Any of you motherfuckers take my gun?
Oh boy.
Oh shoot.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your patronage. Everything's under control. Please enjoy your beefs. Focus on that. Chicago, am I right? Guys, shut up! Please. What's going on here?
This isn't his space.
This isn't your space,
Yeah, 'cause you know what?
Hey, lower our voices, please. Thank you. I'm Sydney. Let's start there. I'm Sydney.
John.
Mr. Carl.
She's like a teacher. Let's use our voices.
Hello, associates. Good afternoon.
What is this? What is this?
Meanwhile, this man
Bro,
is doing
he's
the
going.
opposite.
So how do we fix this?
Can't be fixed because this guy's a bitch.
Oh, you fucking said it for the last time, huh?
I don't think this is a good idea. He's not even supposed to have the gun, right? Isn't he on like probation or whatever?
Yeah, no, he's not.
Oh boy. She solved it.
All right, so we do this every week, yeah? Sandwiches, simple conversation, no yelling, no smoking, where all the food is. You know what I mean? It's handle.
She out here giving free food though.
Yeah.
It's up again, right, Dina? Now, this is the third stop.
I think everyone's over him now.
Let's just chill for a second.
Yeah, he's feeling out of place.
rocking him.
Hey, Richie, I need you on register.
Yeah, 1 second.
Richie, now.
Yo, can you shut the up for a second?
Outside.
town.
Damn, Tina's calling your attention, bro. You know you fucked up.
You need to go home and cool off.
What?
You need to get out of here. You are fucking my shit up.
I feel like I'm on a different fucking planet right now.
My game has improved 300% in 2 months. This place is organized and clean and smooth and...
Fuck yo shit, Tina.
Hi, Tina, go off.
You know how much I love that kid.
Damn.
This is real and alive and good.
They're kids, you know? She doesn't understand. She's a baby, you know? Walking around thinking that she can handle shit. This is a delicate fucking ecosystem.
Yeah, he's feeling like life's passing him by.
I'm gonna quit.
Quit? Now where you gonna go, Richie? Where you gonna go?
So, yeah, exactly. That's a great question.
Yeah, because he's got a record probably.
Oh.
The only place he knows.
Damn.
One more sausage, pepper, one more to dough. Fire. One more sausage, pepper, one more to dough.
Bro, I want to go to this restaurant so bad.
Listen, I'm sorry if I was shitty earlier today.
It's on there.
See, that's what I was questioning. Is if he was telling her it wasn't ready because he's dealing with other shit.
Because he couldn't process it fully.
I love this tempo, though. Let's keep it up. Let's take it up another level. More urgency, please.
Thank you, chef. Can I get hands, please?
Hands.
It's good, man. It's a well-oiled machine. And we called it that he was the odd man out.
Wow.
Everything that we talked about at the end of the last episode, everything's coming back here. Ooh. Uh-oh.
It's a banger. I've never heard the song.
You never heard the song?
No. Wait, I recognize the voice.
It's John Mayer.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't
It's
listen to
called
John.
Live Stream or
I
something
don't.
like
I don't listen to John Mayer like that. I think that's the
You
problem.
you gotta get hit.
I think
John Mayer is fire.
Yeah, don't hate
Sorry,
me. Don't crucify.
sorry, Swifties.
Yeah, don't crucify me. I'm gonna say it again. This show is great, man. This show is so good.
Very good.
It's weird because I'm trying to figure out. It feels like every episode that we watched, these last two, they've ended on a positive tone, on an improvement into what we were introduced at the beginning of the season, and we're seeing a positive progression with a handful of the characters. But also a big focus on this episode was Richie.
Yep.
And we're seeing, it was focused on his perspective and what he's going through. And you can see he's struggling. Mikey, obviously from Carmi, Sarah, Sugar, and Richie, it's affected them in various different ways. But to get now a perspective from Richie and understanding how he's grieving and what's going on through his mind is fascinating to see. And I just want to know, from what we talked about last episode in him being the oddball, what stood out to you with him and his emotions with this episode?
Yeah, I think we called out a couple of things in the last episode. I think two things that I think I called attention to was, one, Richie being the oddball out, which we saw again in this episode. Like the way that he handles situations and the way that he is in general is completely different than, I guess, the world that's evolving around him. We get that even with his date in the beginning and how he's telling the story, and this woman's like not interested because she's like, you can go to a bar at 6:45 in the morning, like you think that's cool, but other people don't. And then again with the way that he handles things about conflict going on, he's the one quick to grab a gun while Sydney's out here trying to make peace. Be like, yo, take sandwiches, everybody shut up. Take sandwiches.
Yeah.
Chill out. And this is how we do with these things. And the way that it cuts to his face and just the shock of they handled this without me is I think he's feeling like he's no longer needed. That's sad, man. That's a sad thing to see. Although I don't love Richie, you feel for a character like that. So I think that's one of the main things with Richie. And then the other thing that I called out is that so far in the show, it's felt like the restaurant is kind of the central place, and everything with the family is kind of happening in the background. And I think this episode we focused a lot more on some of the family dynamics,
tying both together.
Yeah, and how the restaurant is central to that. And that's why now we're getting more clarity of how central the restaurant is to this family dynamic and the struggles of it. Because if you remember Carmi and Sugar's conversation, he's kind of accusing her of hating this place, and she is the co-signing, her place being used as collateral, it's all this stuff that's really causing a rift in her and having a hard causing her to have a hard time with the place. So yeah, it was cool. Like, you know, two things that we kind of questioned and called out, they like address it right in the next episode. And I love this show because it's so like, it's such an easy watch, but there's so many complexities going on in the background that they do a very good job at addressing at the right time.
And we also met Michael.
Yes, Michael.
Mikey. Yeah, we met Mikey, and he's playing by John. What's his last name? John Berthal.
I always forget his last. Yeah,
Berthal. Yeah, I think that's how I say his name.
Yeah,
which was a surprise. And
fire.
What did that stand out to you? Getting those little shots that we got. Was it? Do you think it was the right call to have him technically be introduced through Richie?
Yes.
Did you like that?
I did. At first, I was taken aback by it, but understanding it now, it makes so much sense because, you know, what we've learned about Mikey before he's even been introduced in this. Bro, it's so loud out there.
We are so sorry if y'all can hear this.
There's so much like noise going on.
It's fall season up here in New England, and
we can turn the.
Let me just hold on
or close the window. Sorry, y'all. If y'all could hear the probably leaf blowing or lawn mowing that's going on.
It's crazy out here. It's fall season, you know.
It's fall. It's, you know, a lot of noise, but it's all good. But yeah, I think with Richie, what you get from his character is that he's kind of the what's left of the old restaurant, right? And you understand from Mikey in the stories from like before, without even getting introduced to the characters, he's like this kind of chaotic person. He brings a lot of life and energy into conversations and to people, but you know, the restaurant's a mess. Things are run weirdly. They don't have enough money to pay their bills, and there's so much chaos going around. We know he's a drug addict, all these different things. And Richie is so close to him, and you know, very clearly like misses him in this restaurant space, because Richie is like the hardest, having the hardest time transitioning into this new way of running the restaurant. And I think that's because of how close he and Mikey were, first and foremost, and also just like him and Mikey were on the same wavelength of
that's what I'm saying.
The chaos.
I just think their personalities just
were similar,
very similar. They're the life of the party. They're storytellers. They love to tell, you know, situations that they went through in their life, and they make it a big deal. It's just like they're great at it. Those are amazing people to talk to, because they will make you laugh. They will just
you like being around.
Yes,
them.
You love it. It's just a positive energy, but also they're very blunt. And Richie is that person.
And they don't know when to stop.
No,
they don't have a filter of like when it's appropriate or when it's a good time, because like everything that just happened in this restaurant, like all these things are happening, the flow is going, and he keeps tripping up, and stopping the progress. He's like the last barrier to everything running very, very smoothly. That and like money, that and them having like being okay with their finances. But he is like the last person that is not like fully buying into the new way of working this restaurant. And
would you say he's like a parasite?
I don't know if I would go as far as to say he's a parasite. But I think that, you know, he's having a hard time because the restaurant for him was like this livelihood, and now it's almost feeling like it's being taken away from him. And he's like, he doesn't know how to evolve with it, and he doesn't know how to let go. You know what I mean? And he kind of can't let go because look at the conversation that he had with Tina. She's like, where are you going to go? Go where? That's the piece. Is like, none of them want, from what I get from it, none of them want to push him out.
No, they love him.
They want him to get with the program.
Wow.
Because had it been the case that they wanted him out, like, you know, Tina would have just been like, hey, go, bye. But she's like, where are you going to go? Like, we want you to basically come along with us, but you need to fix up.
You can tell from the people who were there from the beginning, there was a lot of love and care for everyone. Tina, I can tell, has a very strong love in a sense that, bro, but also she's just being straight up too. She's like, this is all you got from the relationship that she built with him before. There's nothing from him. Like, this is what you got, is this. So it's like, what she said was like, it was facts.
Outside, like, who are the people you're interacting with? Like, we don't really, I mean, the show doesn't show us, but from what we can interpret, there's not much else for Richie in terms of like socially and, you know, his family and all that. Like outside of this, there's not much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the scene that I really loved was the scene in the office with Carmi and his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I said that scene was directed and shot really well is because, man, if you pay attention, the entire scene, what I noticed was that when you're doing dialogue, right, you have to make sure it's written to keep the audience engaged, right? The entire time the dialogue it has to be something that calls to the audience and keeps the audience, you know, their attention span is on it and locked in. But what they did visually was so good because the entire time they had 3 angles. They had the main angle where it showed both of them, but then where they would do close-ups. But in those close-ups, they were panning the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a zoom in and then a pan. Zoom in, pan out, zoom in. That was like,
you know why? It's almost like
the tension that's in there and trying to alleviate it.
It is. And if you think about the zoom in and the pan, that's how you talk to people. Because most people, especially when you're having a tense conversation, you're not giving 100% eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at that person for like a split second,
Yeah.
and then your mind wanders.
Mm-hmm.
So the camera is almost like imitating the person in the conversation, which is fire.
It's like
so gas.
That scene was so good.
So good.
That was probably my favorite scene of this show so far.
Super subtle things like that.
Yeah.
But it's so nice. And then the other piece that I really like is just like the subtle the things that they zoom in on to show you like the hands moving and kind of fidgeting. It just shows you like how uncomfortable these conversations really are for Carmi. And like his voice, like the acting is brilliant too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way his voice gets all kind of like shaky when he's, you know, speaking. Otherwise, he's like super firm to the point. Like people listen to him. But like when it's addressing with his sister, because he knows talking to his sister is addressing his biggest feelings and fears. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think that's, you know, very well written. And he comes out and says that. He's like, basically, I can't remember exactly what he said, but paraphrasing it was more like, you know, I don't ask you how you're doing because that means I have to confront my own feelings. And that feels like, and I don't even know how to, you know, make myself feel. So it feels insane to me. And I think that's, you know, it's valid. It's a valid viewpoint, but people don't recognize that, like, you don't have to have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? Especially with your loved ones. Like, if you both are going through grief, it's valid to just, like, talk about how crap you feel. You know what I mean? And how, like, you're struggling.
Because it's good to just showcase and show, hey, we're in this together. Right. Exactly. We're going through the same shit.
Yeah.
But obviously your process and my process is completely different, or it could be the same. That's why you should have these conversations, because you can find something in there that can help one another.
Yes.
You guys can, you know, grow together.
Yes. But further than that, I think the reason that they aren't having those conversations is because of the examples that have been set in Carmi's life of men in particular, right?
Yeah.
Like the two that we see is like Richie and Mikey. I think Richie and Mikey, or Richie and Carmi shared a little bit of a moment in the alley, like when they were like smoking a cigarette, talking about stuff. But, you know, outside of that, we don't really see them talking about their feelings too much. In the one snapshot of, like, you know, what we see of Mikey, it's just like this chaotic guy, and he's super happy and trying to, you know, be the life of the party. But there's no like talk about, you know, anyone's emotions. Obviously, we only got a snippet. But I think that's kind of where he's struggling too, is he doesn't have those examples of like a person that he's able to talk to about that kind of stuff.
Would you say that that intro scene is kind of like a callback to and a commentary on how we never know what someone is truly feeling?
Yeah.
Like they can be the life of the party, but at the end of the day, when they lay their head down in their bed, you never know what they're going through.
Yes. And I think that's one of the demons that Carmi is facing, because he's kind of realizing he's got shit going on and nobody is seeing it.
Yeah.
And if he thinks back, who else had that same kind of thing happening? Mikey, and what happened to him.
Yeah, man.
You know?
It's the layers, bro. It's the layers with this show. It's phenomenal.
So good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Man, sorry we were in it. Sydney, she did something that you would say would be questionable in the kitchen, you kind of override your boss and you hand a dish without them saying, "Oh, go have someone try it" or something. I don't know if that's I don't know kitchen ethics and how it works. But what we found out was that Carmi just wasn't in the right headspace to tell her that it was ready yet, or to just tell her, "No, you need to fix this." So I just want to know from what are you thinking on Sydney's part? You know, she was a highlight of this episode too. She was able to calm down argument that was happening outside.
She was the MVP.
She was the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering from her perspective, what's going on in her growth so far? What has stood out to you?
Yeah, it's super interesting because I think her perspective is super valid. And the criticism that Carmi shared with her in the beginning, I think was also very valid, right? He called up everybody, said she's amazing, she's super smart, she's an amazing cook, but she's very green, meaning she's like super new to everything, and she is super impatient. And he called that out to her. And then she does the whole cola braised beef. Last episode, I thought it said cold on the paper, but it said cola. So now I'm understanding it.
Okay.
And you know, she's trying to get him to validate it, trying to like, you know, you could tell she's a little bit impatient too in this scene, which is great because she's in this moment. You have a dilemma of like you don't know who's in the wrong or who's in the right.
Yeah.
Because everyone is saying the dish is fire, and he had just called her out for being impatient. So you can understand where both people are coming from, and that's why I think we questioned, you know, damn, she was in the wrong. Right, because in the hierarchy of the kitchens that Sydney and Carmi come from, you could never do that.
No,
I think that's the biggest thing. Not even about like the ethics or whatever. It's about the hierarchy. It's like your head chef says no, you don't do anything unless your head chef absolutely tells you to do it. Then you can't do anything with it. And she like blatantly disobeyed that. And I think her and Carmi are kind of building this rapport at this point where she cannot kind of understand when he sees reason and when he's not. And at that moment, when he told her it's not ready yet, he didn't give any like valid reason other than like the sauce is a little bit tight, right? Like, sure, loosen up the sauce. But like, that's a simple thing. That's a super simple thing. No other criticisms like that. She can fix that like this. So I think in her mind, she was like, listen, I think he's got shit going on. I'm going to push forward with this because that's the whole reason I came here. Is to be able to have some structure because I can't do it on my own, but also be able to push forward my ideas that I wasn't able to in the restaurants that I was working at before. And I think that's valid. And I think the moment that Carmi said all of that, I think he was just, you know, dealing with so much shit in his head that he was just pushing back for the sake of it. He was just like trying to stand his ground. And again, I think another element that was coming up in this episode was like the consistency. And they're just getting to this consistent point. Everything's running smooth in the restaurant. She wants to implement something new. And I think he's scared.
Yeah.
I think he's like, wants the consistency. We can't do this right now because it's throwing something else into another element into all of this. And we just can't handle it right now. And I think that's where he was coming from. I still, at this point, am not sure whether I would say one of them is right over the other in this situation. And I'm wondering if it's going to come back. And we didn't really see like a full audience or not customer reaction to her special.
No, we didn't.
I think we just saw her collect like an empty plate, like the guy like ate the whole thing probably. But other than that, you know, we'll see. Because my imagination is like the next episode, some customer's gonna come up and be like, "Yo, I really want that cola braised beef,"
and he's gonna be like,
"Huh?
Oh, you served it."
And then at that point, we'll see what his reaction will be.
Yeah, but then I think towards the end of the episode, he validated her.
Yeah, he apologized.
Yep, and that was huge. So maybe I don't know. Maybe if he finds out about it, she can explain her reasoning into it. But I know it could probably blow up. But
yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think they're both reasonable enough people that it wouldn't be like a huge deal. But like, you know, I think he also wants like a level of respect from her, and like they've been, trying to control things overall. So I think his discipline and his mindset is right. But we'll see if he takes it, the right way, or if he gets offended by it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
If that even never comes up.
100%. But wow, y'all, Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. We appreciate the love and support. Also, thank you for recommending the show. The show's been amazing.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all.
Yep.
And if you're new here, please consider commenting and subscribing. I know we said at the beginning of the episode, but if you haven't yet, please comment your thoughts and like this video. We love you guys and see you soon for more The Bear. Stay beautiful, y'all.
Peace.